let's check out the trailer for The Matrix Resurrections. It dropped at 6 in the morning. Good luck with that, because with me not having a job, there was no way that I was waking up that early for that. But we're here. We just got done reacting to the PlayStation Showcase. I figured, you know what? Let's take a look at this rather beefy trailer, but at the same time, it makes sense because I believe this movie is actually due to be released at the end of this year. So, we're doing part for a trailer, dropping on HBO Max and in theaters. Let's see what more they can squeeze out of this franchise. Let's take a look. Well, can I hear it? Can I hear it? Oh, here we go.
Thomas? You seem particularly triggered right now. Can you tell me what happened?
I've had
Thomas Anderson.
aren't just dreams.
Oh, hey, Neil.
Am I crazy?
We don't use that word in here.
Oh. Village Roadshow got a new the ducky.
Hi.
Oh, she pretty much looks the same. Deja vu. Huh?
One pill makes you small, and the ones that mother gives you don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall.
Time to fly.
And if you go chasing rabbits,
If you want the truth, Neo, you're going to have to follow me.
and you know you're going to fall.
The only thing that matters to you is still here. I know it's why you're still fighting and why you will never give up. You don't know me. No?
Kamehameha.
After all these years, to be going back to where it all started. Back to the Matrix.
Yeah, this is music. December 22nd. I am okay, so there are some apprehensions that I have. Some apprehensions that I'm like, okay. We do have to talk about. Two slight worries cross my mind. For one, we only have one of the directors coming back. Lily didn't come back. It's only one director. So I'm curious as to how, what kind of liberties they're going to take as far as aesthetics. I mean, it looks still visually impressive. My main concern, I guess you could say, because I would say that, having only one director instead of the two that started this whole thing off, is not a doom-bringing omen or nothing like that. My main concern is that they don't just remake the first movie. You know what I mean? Because we have all of the telltale signs of remake. Like, there's an interesting concept here, how everybody is taking the blue pill. Like, everybody's being supplemented to taking the blue pill. Like, and here's the overall vibe and hook of this movie thus far is that this is kind of like in Marvel. This is an alternate reality where Neo kept on getting older and older and older, and he took the blue pill. and he forgot. He stayed in Wonderland, as Morpheus would put it. He stayed in Wonderland. He even meets Trinity, and Trinity looks like she stayed in Wonderland as well.
Have we met?
She doesn't know, and even she's like, "Have we met?" So it's like it's basically an alternate reality where they kept taking the blue pills. They were probably offered the red and blue pill, and they were like, "No, I rather just stay in the blue pill," and they pretty much just kept on going. And to the point where maybe the virus or the Matrix got aware of the blue pills and said, "You know what? Let me just offer the blue pills to everybody instead of making them like these succinct things to make it even more suspicious." And then finally, I think something triggers Neo here or Thomas Anderson to be like, "Fuck these pills, stop taking them." And then he starts waking up to things. Starts waking up to things going on in reality that makes him like everybody's hooked onto. I know they're doing some kind of social commentary with what's going on right now. We're all hooked up onto our phones and stuff like that. Unfortunately, not. It's kind of old by now. We've already seen a handful of Black Mirror is probably the biggest one that has tackled the subject matter, altered carbon, different properties like that. So the Matrix at this point, it's like. I'm scared that the Matrix Resurrections ends up being the cinematic equivalent of like an old man telling his old war story that he's already told like a number of times, and you're just like, that's great, Grandpa. Here, come on, let's and the grandpa keeps on going like, back in my day, and we're like, I know you did this and you did that. It's okay. Here, take your medicine, take your medication. Look what I got you. I got you Frosted Flakes. Isn't it like, I don't want this movie to be that, because it's showing right here like, oh my god, everybody's hooked to their phones, and I'm like, yeah, but we had Black Mirror do that, we've had Altered Carbon do that, we've had so many properties already handle that, even in video games, as buggy of a mess as it was. Cyberpunk with our goat here, Keanu Reeves, kind of tackled that to an extent. So yeah, that's my main concern, is that not only are they remaking the first one, but it might be just a little too late to be giving us our fourth entry here to answer the question that we were left with at the end. Is that supposed to be Leonardo DiCaprio? They're almost making it seem like it is. And it looks like, okay, one cool addition that I'm looking forward to. This actor right here, Yahya Abdul-Mateen, a.k.a. Black Manta from Aquaman. But I was most notably going to say, he was recently in Candyman. Candyman is out right now. He's in it. He was also in Watchmen. And to be honest, Watchmen is probably his best work yet. Can't say any more than that, because it's actually one of the bigger awesome things about that show is figuring out how he factors in Watchmen. But he's a dope actor, and I'm glad to see that I don't think he's gonna play Morpheus, but he's gonna fill in the Morpheus role. But he's not gonna be like by name Morpheus. Kind of like how Suicide Squad recently filled in the Will Smith role without it being Will Smith's character with Idris Elba. It's basically the same character, but not the same character. This person right here, this character, is playing that role of leading Neo to be like, hey, you have to wake up. You're the chosen one. And we even see more glimpses of that. So they're going into the Matrix. They got their he's learning Kung Fu again. Now, I did see a tweet that said something really interesting that even I'm like, okay, that's actually a pretty fun way of looking at it. It's like Neo is starting New Game Plus. He's starting the Matrix game on New Game Plus with him already having the powers. Like right here. He don't need Kung Fu, he got powers. That's what they're making it seem like. And I'm like, you know what, that's actually a pretty good analogy. The machines, however, are continuing to farm, and then there's actually a quick glimpse like this. And honestly, these concerns that I was having about them potentially remaking the movie, the first movie, didn't stem with this trailer. They actually stemmed back during the set photos, where they would show set photos of Keanu having the long hair like he does in the majority of this trailer here. But then some other set photos of him wearing the mask during shooting, during the pandemic, when the pandemic had broken out last year, showed him with short hair. And you actually, I like that they improved the agent takeover effect. I like it. Oh, right there. He's waking up again. He's waking up again, and that's where those set photos came through of him having the short hair and no facial hair. Like, and there's that interview he did right before Cyberpunk came out, where he was wearing the samurai shirt from Cyberpunk, but he had the short hair and no beard. And people automatically were like, this is Matrix related. It's got to be. He had the long hair when he was shooting, and now he's got short hair all of a sudden, and this is why. And that's where I was starting to connect the dots and go, please don't remake the first movie, because it looks like he's waking up again. You know? So we'll see. We'll see how they, because that's the one thing that I really hope that they're able to fuck around with, is maybe start the movie with the familiarity of waking up in the Matrix and stuff like that, but then definitely take some liberties to make things fun and new and fresh. Because if you just remake the first movie, and that's the thing, him having all the powers at the beginning, it's like you gotta
Going back to where it all started. Back to the Matrix.
By the way, is this the guy from Mindhunter? I think it is. Nice. Good to see that he's getting more work, because I think that's the main guy from Mindhunter. See it in theaters and on HBO Max. Definitely, you know, I know the state of the world is gonna make it a little challenging, but definitely for sure I'm gonna try to see this in the theater with those visuals. Yeah, I gotta see it in theaters and possibly even IMAX. So, trailer not bad. Pretty decent, but my reservations are still there. Not so much, you know, I feel like one director from the original two could still handle it. But at the same time, there's also the argument of what a director who has never handled the Matrix series before could probably bring a fresh take on the property. That would have been something curious to see. And along with that, my concerns over it being just a remake of the first. I don't want this to be the Force Awakens of the Matrix, but it's starting to look like it might just be. We'll see. For now, that about does it. For those of you watching on YouTube, thanks so much for watching at the end of this video. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more reactions coming very soon, as well as other video content. In the meantime, though, stay safe and stay humble.